Increase the magneton pulse to 3,000 terajoules.
No, Tyrell. We can't contain the orb's Verteron emissions. We have to...
We're out of time, Zoto. The Federation's taking control of the station and our project is being cancelled. This is our last chance. Initiate the pulse. Now! Ronell, status.
I'm reading a massive Verteron cascade. We're losing primary power. Switching to backup.
Safety protocols are offline.
Boost the containment beam.
Too late. The Verteron cascade is causing a subspace rupture.
Scanners are offline.
Switch to portables.
The Verteron cascade is focusing on a single point. Field strength increasing. Subspatial curvature is now 1.4 million ligots and rising.
It's forming a wormhole. Is it stable?
First Officer's Log, Stardate 51957.1. We have received a garbled distress call from the Bajoran science vessel Kiel-Tool, which was testing a new means of harnessing power from the tachyon eddies in the Denorius belt. The Bajoran vessel has sustained heavy damage and its microfusion reactor is destabilizing.
Shields up, yellow alert. Mr. Worf, does that look like an accident to you?
Negative. Its hull was breached from the outside. It was attacked.
Captain, I'm picking up faint life signs aboard the Bajoran ship, but they aren't answering our hails.
O'Brien, start beaming the survivors to sickbay.
We can't get a transporter lock, sir. Too much interference from the tachyon particles in the belt and the Eichner radiation leaking from their fusion core.
Suggestions?
If we can get transport enhancers onto the survivors, we can use them to cut through the interference. We could only beam one person at a time, but it's our best shot.
Dax, how many life signs aboard the Kiel-Tool?
I can't get a clear reading through all the tachyon interference.
Chief, I'm going over there. Have Ensign Bailey meet me in the shuttle bay with a pack of transport enhancers. Anybody we can't beam out, I'll bring back the old-fashioned way.
Aye, sir.
Cisco to Bashir. Prepare to receive casualties.
Acknowledged.
Mr. Worf, you have the con.
Warp to Captain Sisko. An alien ship has decloaked and engaged us. Their torpedoes have penetrated our shields. We have sustained multiple hull breaches. Containment fields are holding. The torpedoes appear to have caused minimal structural damage, but weapons and propulsion are offline. They may be deploying some form of electromagnetic weaponry. Sir, Chief O'Brien was injured during the initial assault. He is conscious, but immobile. The Chief will instruct me as I attempt to manually restore the damaged systems.
Acknowledged. Fortify the bridge and engineering in case the Defiant gets boarded.
Understood. Worf, out. Impulse and tactical systems are operational. I am returning to the bridge. Personal log, supplemental. After meeting with Obanik, the captain received permission from Kai Wynn to lead a mission to the temple on Bajor's abandoned moon, Dorado. The captain seems to feel the temple holds a cure for the nightmares that have invaded his sleep these past few weeks. Although this mission is not official Starfleet business, I volunteered to accompany the captain because I do not trust Obanik. I have no doubt that he and his cult have not revealed their true motives for seeking the temple.
Mr. Worf, set your tricorder to make a holographic scan of the mural.
Aye, sir.
Dax to Captain Sisko.
Good to hear your voice, old man. Report.
O'Brien adjusted the comm system's frequency harmonics to compensate for the planet's magnesite deposits.
Good work. And the call time?
Retreating. 3 Bajoran militia cruisers are en route. They'll be here in 4 minutes. What's your status, Ben?
We found the shrine. There aren't any orbs here, but we found a mural that might be of some help.
Complete, Captain.
We're finished here, Dax. Radio ahead and tell Quark we're going to need Hollow Suite 1.
For how long?
As long as it takes.
And if he objects?
Tell him I insist. 3 to beam up.
Personal log, stardate 51957.9. We have accomplished our mission on Dorado and are en route to Deep Space Nine, where we will study the mural in more detail. The Bajoran government has vowed to investigate the Kal-Tan attack on the temple. Constable Odo reports the Carnelian Circle, a medical organization on Cardassia, has sent an official to take command of his investigation into the 2 dead Cardassians that were found in the bulkhead today at 0641 hours. However, Chief O'Brien discovered a hidden lab behind the bulkhead, so Captain Sisko has ordered the lab sealed and instructed Odo to stall the Cardassians until we return. I, for one, recommended they be sent back to Cardassia. Having them on the station can only lead to trouble. Of that, I am certain.
The bodies were found on the other side of that bulkhead.
Station-wide worker revolt in progress. Priority security protocols activated.
It's still here. Now I can finish what I began all those years ago. Terrell to Corza. I have the package and we're on our way. Prepare for launch.
Cisco to Ops. Red alert. Dajar and her team are from the Obsidian Order. They're trying to steal an orb that was hidden on board the station.
Captain, I don't know how she did it, but Dajar reactivated the Cardassians' counterinsurgency program. We've lost computer access to virtually every system.
Sir, the program has also triggered a station-wide transport scrambler. Nobody can beam on or off the station, including the Cardis.
That means she's heading for their shuttle on foot. I may be able to catch up with her.
Captain, I'm heading to docking port 5 to cut her off.
Acknowledged. Chief, is there any way to override the security lockdown?
If we manually reinitialize one of the computer cores, we may be able to quarantine the security program in diagnostic mode.
Captain, I'll take care of the computer core.
Good luck, Major. Cisco out.
Dax to Cisco, Dajar's shuttle is getting away. Tractor beam's still offline.
Track them!
They've gone to warp. I'm sorry, Ben. We've lost them.
Damn it. Senior staff to my office, on the double.
Stardate 51959.2. Under cloak, the Defiant has infiltrated Cardassian space. We are seeking a downed Starfleet research vessel, the Ulysses, which crashed on SR-3 in 2359. Admiral Ross's briefing said the Ulysses had found an orb, like the one Terrell stole from the station. The Cardassians shot them down before they could do any research. I'll be joining Captain Cisco on the away mission to recover the orb. Unfortunately, the Chief says we cannot beam directly to the crash site because of severe ionic distortion in the atmosphere.
Unless you wish to see your captain vaporized, I suggest you drop your weapon. I assure you, today is a good day to surrender.
The Cleon's defensive postures are quite effective. He seems to have incorporated at least 2 elements of our fighting style into his own.
Yes, that was unexpected. But he drops his left hand too quickly after executing the arm lock and palm strike combination.
True, though I was quite impressed by his pain threshold. I broke at least 4 of his ribs, and judging by his breathing, one seems to have pierced his left lung.
If he weren't so easily damaged, he might have made a worthy sparring target.
Attention! A prisoner uprising in Section Z Tango 4 has escalated out of control. All Jedi not assigned to critical functions are to report there at once and restore order.
A pity the Vorta will not let us kill him.
Obedience leads to victory.
And victory is life.
Leave him here. We will return for him shortly.
Personal log, stardate 51965.2. Garrick's informants have verified that Tyrell took the stolen orb to an Obsidian Order laboratory on Haas-Taral, inside the Badlands. We have detected a number of severe subspatial disruptions during the past 21 hours, which could mean Tyrell is close to developing her superweapon. Our mission is to penetrate the Obsidian Order facility on the surface, stop Tyrell, and bring back the orb. Major Kira has been surgically altered to pass for a Cardassian and has assumed the identity of Alira Rejal, a junior science officer recently assigned to the Obsidian Order base. Major Kira will travel to the base aboard a Cardassian transport and infiltrate the facility. Once we receive her signal, the captain and I will beam down to Haas-Taral to recover the orb. Captain!
It has to be destroyed.
Tyrell!
It's evil, Captain. Pure evil. You can't understand. Let me destroy it now, before it's too late.
Emissary, thank you for leading me to the last orb of the Pah-wraiths. I couldn't have found it without you and your crew. Remove the orb from the containment beam and place it in the shell. I can't tell you what this means to me. Years ago, I found the orb on Dorado while we were excavating the old temple. Ever since that day, the Pah-wraiths have spoken to me through that orb, telling me what I must do. It's my destiny to gather all 3 orbs of the Pah-wraiths and open the door to their celestial temple. Then Bajor will realize the Pah-wraiths have been the only true prophets all along. The Grigari were a necessary evil, I'm afraid. Their methods may be crude, but I'm sure you'll agree they're effective.
You'll never get the 3rd orb, Obanik. I'll make certain of it.
Quite the contrary. An entire battalion of Grigari shock troopers have already taken control of Deep Space Nine and the SR-3 orb. Once I return to the station, I'll begin the ritual of Coast Corral Phanamoyan, the creation of a new celestial temple.
You mean a new wormhole? You really are insane.
Nerys, I realize this must be hard for you. But when you feel the love of the Pah-wraiths, you'll understand I did what was best for Bajor, and you'll thank me.
Captain, you must destroy the orb.
We don't know how.
I do. I spent years trying to harness its power. It can't be controlled, but it can be destroyed.
Captain, we've got company. A full platoon of Cardassians is on its way. We have to go.
How, Tyrell? How do we destroy the orbs?
Conjugated graviton beams. You can modify your phasers to fire them.
Thank you. We have to stop Obanik before he opens that wormhole. Cisco to Defiant. Beam us aboard and set course back to DS9. Best possible speed. Energize. Cisco to Odo, report.
Captain, Grigari pods have breached sections of Pylon 2, the docking and habitat rings, and the mid-core assembly. We've sustained heavy damage. Tactical and transporters are offline.
Sir, if the Grigari break into the computer cores, we could lose control of every system. including life support.
Ben, I'm detecting a Verteron cascade from inside Tyrell's laboratory. Obanic's attempting to open the wormhole.
Lock on to the orbs and beam them on board.
Can't get a lock. The Verteron cascade is disrupting the transporter signal. We can't beam anything into or out of the lab.
Odo, get the civilians to the lifeboats. If we can't stop Obanik and the Gregari, the station will be torn apart.
Understood, Captain.
Okay, people, listen up. Major, you'll beam into the upper sections of Pylon 2 and clear out the Gregari in this area. Worf, your job is to safeguard the computer cores. Do whatever it takes.
Aye, sir.
I'll take the ore processor section and try to stop Obanik. We'll all rendezvous at the laboratory. Chief, after you finish recalibrating our phasers to fire graviton beams, I'll need you on ops. Dax, you have the con.
Aye, sir.
Coast Navalt, Amogan, my children. Let us pray together and usher in the return of the true prophets and the rebirth of Bajor. Baja Korek, Bola Balani, Manam Kose Plaso, Makora, Baja Korek, Bola Bala. Welcome, welcome. We faced many trials, but your love gave us the strength to overcome. Guide us, embrace us, deliver us. Let us be your vessels.
I was attacked by the Wraith, but I forced it to withdraw.
Captain, the Wraith is heading back to the laboratory to replenish its strength.
Understood, Chief. Worf, head to the lab immediately.
Acknowledge.
To knock the Wraith back into the rupture before it closes! Fire!
Personal log, stardate 51968.4. After the proto-wormhole imploded, the Gregari fled the station. They are a formidable race, but at heart, they are cowards and lack the discipline to achieve anything beyond petty thievery. The Chief and his engineering teams are working around the clock to repair the station, but his latest report indicates the station will not be fully operational for at least 1 month. The Defiant also will require heavy repairs over the next few weeks, but I am already confident the ship is ready to return to short-range patrols while we test our repairs. If the events of the past few days are any indication, the Pah-wraiths might prove to be an even greater threat than the Dominion, both to Deep Space Nine and the Federation. We must never again allow them to strike so close to home.